Success isn't a matter of luck or happenstance. It's a deliberate process shaped by the way you think, the habits you adopt, and the actions you consistently take. Millionaires, those who have not only attained financial freedom but sustained it, live by principles that are as practical as they are profound. They don't just work harder or smarter, they think differently. They approach their goals, challenges, and opportunities with a mindset and method that sets them apart. It's not just about earning more or spending less. It's about a way of being, how they perceive value, how they allocate their time, and how they maintain their focus. These individuals aren't content to let life happen to them. They actively design their paths and continuously refine their strategies to ensure long-term growth and stability. Now, these differences, they aren't secrets guarded by an elite few. They are accessible to anyone willing to change their perspective and commit to meaningful action. Understanding and adopting these distinctions can be transformative, not just for your bank account, but for your entire approach to life. Learning what millionaires do differently is like unlocking a new level of potential. The first thing millionaires do differently is they prioritize value over cost. Most people focus solely on the price tag. They immediately dismiss something as too expensive or celebrate it as a bargain without thinking critically about what it's worth. Millionaires, however, evaluate value. They consider what something will bring to their life, their business, or their future. To them, a price tag is just one part of the equation. When they think about value, wealthy people ask questions about the return on investment. If they're looking at a course, they're not thinking about the upfront fee. They're considering how that knowledge will increase their earning power. If they're looking to hire a coach or mentor, they weigh the potential impact on their long-term success. They know that true value often lies in what something enables you to do, not just what it costs. This mindset extends far beyond money. It influences how they spend their time. While others might save a few dollars by doing everything themselves, wealthy people think differently. They consider the opportunity cost. If it takes 2 hours to mow the lawn and they could use that time to focus on a high-value project, they'd rather pay someone else to handle it. Not because they're lazy, but because they're strategic. They understand their energy and time are finite resources, and they allocate them to activities that create the most significant impact. Millionaires see the long-term implications of their decisions. When they buy quality, they know it will last. They avoid the trap of cheap solutions that often lead to greater expenses down the road. This doesn't mean they're frivolous. They're actually cautious with their spending. They distinguish between spending that's productive and spending that's wasteful. While others might hesitate to invest in personal development or high-quality tools, millionaires see these as stepping stones to greater success. They understand that these are investments in themselves, investments that will pay dividends far beyond the initial cost. They don't see value in cutting corners if it jeopardizes quality or future results. And here's something important. You must understand the difference between an expense and an investment. Rich people spend on things that build their wealth or contribute to their growth. At the same time, they avoid expenses that drain resources without yielding returns. This requires a disciplined mindset, one that constantly evaluates whether a decision aligns with their long-term vision. This principle of prioritizing value over cost also shapes their relationships. Rich people cultivate relationships with those who challenge, inspire, and elevate them, even if it requires stepping out of their comfort zones or investing time to nurture those connections. They don't see relationships as transactions. They see them as opportunities for growth and mutual benefit. Ultimately, the habit of focusing on value instead of cost creates a ripple effect across their lives. It shapes how they think, act, and make decisions. It enables them to spend their money and time wisely, ensuring they're always building toward a future of abundance and opportunity. The second thing millionaires do differently is they cultivate an unshakable commitment to delayed gratification. While most people crave immediate rewards, millionaires understand that success often comes from sacrifices made today to reap greater rewards tomorrow. This principle is woven into every decision they make, from how they spend their money to how they structure their time and effort. Delayed gratification begins with a clear vision of the future. Wealthy people know what they're working toward, and they keep that vision front and center. Their focus on the end game allows them to make short-term sacrifices without feeling deprived. They remind themselves that the temporary discomfort of saying no to a frivolous expense or resisting a fleeting indulgence is a small price to pay for long-term success. This discipline applies to their finances. Wealthy people resist the urge to spend every dollar they earn. Instead, they allocate their income strategically, saving, investing, and reinvesting to create wealth over time. They understand that the compounding effect of smart financial decisions far outweighs the fleeting satisfaction of an impulsive purchase. While others might spend a windfall on luxury items, wealthy people often reinvest it into opportunities that align with their goals. They see each dollar as a tool for growth, not just a means for temporary gratification. Wealthy people apply delayed gratification to their careers and businesses. They don't expect instant success or overnight results. They're willing to put in the work, often for years, to build something meaningful and sustainable. While others might abandon a project because it doesn't yield immediate returns, wealthy people stay the course, knowing that consistency and patience are the keys to eventual breakthroughs. This principle extends to their personal habits and routines. Wealthy people invest in their health, education, and relationships with an eye on the future. They understand that skipping the easy path today creates benefits that compound over time. They delay gratification in the pursuit of excellence, knowing that mastery requires persistence and practice. The ability to delay gratification is often tested in moments of temptation or challenge. Millionaires prepare for these moments by creating systems and structures that support their goals. They set budgets and adhere to them. They automate savings and investments. They create schedules that prioritize their most important tasks. By minimizing the need for constant decision-making, they make it easier to stay disciplined when willpower wanes. Here's what sets millionaires apart. They frame sacrifices as opportunities. They don't see delayed gratification as deprivation. They see it as a strategic choice that moves them closer to their dreams. Each time they make a decision that aligns with their vision, they reinforce their belief in their ability to succeed. The rewards of delayed gratification aren't just financial. Millionaires experience the satisfaction of achieving their goals and the confidence that comes from knowing they've earned their success. They enjoy the freedom that comes with financial independence, the ability to make choices based on their values and aspirations rather than immediate needs or constraints. At its core, delayed gratification is about understanding that true success takes time. Millionaires embrace this truth, building their lives and wealth brick by brick, day by day. They know that every small, disciplined choice adds up, creating a foundation for the extraordinary life they envision. While others falter in the face of delays or difficulties, millionaires stay the course, trusting in the process and in their ability to achieve greatness. The third thing millionaires do differently is they leverage the power of compounding, not only in their financial lives, but in their habits, relationships, and personal growth. Compounding is the principle that small, consistent efforts produce exponential results over time. While many people understand this concept in theory, millionaires actively apply it in every aspect of their lives, turning it into one of their most powerful tools for success. In their financial lives, compounding is the cornerstone of wealth building. Millionaires don't just earn money. They make their money work for them. They invest consistently, understanding that even modest contributions can grow significantly when given enough time. They take advantage of investment vehicles like stocks, real estate, and business ventures, knowing that the earlier they start, the greater the impact compounding will have. For them, the goal isn't quick profits, it's sustained growth over years or decades. Millionaires also minimize behaviors that interrupt the power of compounding. They avoid unnecessary debt, understanding that interest can compound just as powerfully against them as it can in their favor. They resist lifestyle inflation, focusing instead on reinvesting their earnings to maximize their financial momentum. But compounding isn't limited to money. Millionaires apply this principle to their habits. They recognize that small, consistent actions in any area of life can lead to extraordinary results. A single workout won't change their health, and a single book won't transform their knowledge. But the habit of regular exercise or lifelong learning creates profound, lasting change. In relationships, rich people understand that trust and goodwill are built through consistent actions over time. They invest in their networks by showing up, offering support, and maintaining integrity. This compounding of goodwill pays dividends in the form of opportunities, partnerships, and collaborations that arise from strong, reliable connections. Here's something else that compounds over time: personal growth. Wealthy people commit to lifelong learning, knowing that each new skill, piece of knowledge, or perspective builds on what they've already gained. They find mentors and continuously challenge themselves to grow. Over time, this accumulation of wisdom and expertise sets them apart, giving them an edge that others can't replicate overnight. What distinguishes millionaires is their patience and faith in the process of compounding. While others might give up when they don't see immediate results, millionaires stay the course, knowing that the biggest rewards come later. They understand that compounding is a long game, and they have the discipline to delay gratification and trust in the exponential returns of their efforts. Rich people create environments that amplify the effects of compounding. They surround themselves with like-minded individuals who share their commitment to growth. They establish systems and routines that make it easy to stay consistent, like automating their finances or scheduling dedicated time for their priorities. One of the most powerful aspects of compounding is that it works regardless of starting point. Even small actions can lead to massive outcomes if sustained over time. This mindset allows millionaires to approach challenges with confidence, knowing that steady, persistent effort will eventually yield results. Compounding requires discipline, but it also requires perspective. Wealthy people focus on the bigger picture, understanding that the true value of their efforts often isn't visible in the early stages. They resist the temptation to chase quick fixes or shortcuts, knowing that these often undermine the compounding process. Ultimately, the power of compounding is what allows wealthy people to turn ordinary actions into extraordinary results. By applying this principle across their finances, habits, relationships, and personal growth, they create a life of abundance and fulfillment. Compounding is a quiet force working behind the scenes, but its impact is undeniable. Millionaires harness this power deliberately and consistently, building momentum that carries them toward their goals with unstoppable energy. The fourth thing millionaires do differently is they master emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is a foundational tool for navigating challenges, building relationships, and making sound decisions. While technical skills and knowledge are essential, millionaires recognize that emotions, both theirs and others, play a critical role in success. Self-awareness is at the core of emotional intelligence, and millionaires develop the skill by consistently reflecting on their thoughts, feelings, and actions. They know their strengths, weaknesses, and triggers. This helps them avoid impulsive decisions and emotional outbursts. When faced with criticism or setbacks, they pause, assess the situation, and respond thoughtfully rather than reacting defensively. This ability to regulate their emotions keeps them focused and effective, even in high-pressure situations. Beyond self-awareness, millionaires are adept at self-regulation. They understand the importance of staying calm and composed, especially in moments of uncertainty or conflict. This doesn't mean suppressing their emotions. It means channeling them productively. When faced with challenges, they use their emotions as fuel for problem solving, rather than letting frustration or fear take control. This discipline gives them a significant advantage in business negotiations, leadership roles, and personal interactions. Empathy goes a long way too, and millionaires excel at understanding and valuing other people's perspectives. They listen actively, not just to respond, but to truly understand what others are saying. This helps them build trust and rapport. By putting themselves in others' shoes, they create connections that foster loyalty and collaboration. Emotional intelligence also enables millionaires to communicate effectively. They tailor their message to their audience, choosing words and tones that resonate. This ability to adapt their communication style is especially valuable in leadership, where clear and inspiring communication can rally a team toward a common goal. Millionaires use their emotional intelligence to motivate and influence others, ensuring their vision is understood and embraced. Resilience is closely tied to emotional intelligence because it requires managing emotions in the face of adversity. Rich people don't let fear, doubt, or frustration paralyze them. Instead, they acknowledge these feelings and then move forward with determination. They've learned to see setbacks as temporary and failure as a stepping stone to growth. By staying emotionally balanced, they're able to make rational decisions and maintain momentum, even when the path gets rocky. Social awareness plays a major role too. Wealthy people are experts at observing social dynamics, picking up on nonverbal cues and the unspoken needs of others. This awareness allows them to navigate complex social situations with ease. They recognize that success is often as much about who you know as what you know, and they use their social acumen to forge valuable connections. Sometimes they even have to deal with conflict. But they don't shy away from difficult conversations. Instead, they approach them with empathy, tact, and a focus on finding solutions. By addressing conflicts head-on, but with emotional intelligence, they prevent small issues from escalating into major problems. This approach strengthens relationships and enhances their reputation as fair and effective leaders. Rich people recognize the importance of emotional intelligence in decision-making. They understand how emotions can play a subconscious role in the choices people make. They balance emotional insights with logic and data. For example, they might use their intuition to assess whether a partnership feels right, while relying on concrete evidence to validate their choice. And here's the thing. Emotional intelligence is not static. It's a skill that can be developed and refined over time. Rich people invest in personal growth activities like mindfulness, coaching, and reflective practices to enhance their emotional intelligence. They get feedback from trusted mentors, using it to identify blind spots and improve their interactions. Ultimately, emotional intelligence is what allows rich people to navigate the complexities of human behavior with grace and effectiveness. It's the skill that helps them build strong, lasting relationships, make sound decisions, and lead with authenticity. By mastering emotional intelligence, they set themselves apart, creating an environment where success can flourish, not just for themselves, but for those around them as well. The fifth thing millionaires do differently is that they focus relentlessly on creating value. The fifth thing millionaires do differently is that they focus relentlessly on creating value. Their mindset is centered around solving problems, meeting needs, and offering solutions that make a meaningful impact. They understand that wealth is not the product of luck or privilege alone. It's the result of consistently providing something of genuine value to others. Millionaires don't just chase money. They chase opportunities to make a difference. They recognize that wealth is a byproduct of the value they create. Their focus is on contributing something that improves lives, enhances efficiency, or fulfills a demand. This value-first mentality sets them apart from those who prioritize short-term gains over sustainable impact. They approach value creation by identifying gaps and opportunities. Millionaires are observant and curious, always looking for areas where they can make things better. They ask questions like, what's missing in the market? What do people need but don't yet have? How can I improve on what already exists? This proactive mindset allows them to stay ahead of trends and anticipate future demands. To create value, millionaires understand the importance of deeply knowing their audience. They invest time in understanding their customers' pain points, preferences, and desires. This knowledge allows them to tailor their offerings to meet specific needs, ensuring that what they provide resonates deeply. They listen to feedback, conduct research, and pay attention to emerging trends, using this information to refine and innovate continuously. Millionaires aren't afraid to think outside the box and challenge the status quo. They approach problems with creativity, looking for new and better ways to solve them. This willingness to innovate often leads to groundbreaking ideas that disrupt industries and set them apart from competitors. They don't settle for good enough. They aim for exceptional. Quality is another cornerstone of value creation. Millionaires understand that the quality of their work reflects their brand and reputation. They go the extra mile to ensure that what they offer is not just adequate, but outstanding. This commitment to excellence builds trust and loyalty, turning customers into advocates and clients into long-term partners. Wealthy people also recognize the importance of scalability in value creation. They look for ways to multiply their impact, reaching more people and solving bigger problems. This might mean expanding their business, automating processes, or leveraging technology to increase efficiency. Scalability allows them to create value on a larger scale, which in turn generates greater wealth. A lot of times they'll collaborate with others who complement their skills and bring diverse perspectives to the table. They know they don't have to do everything alone. By teaming up with the right people, they can achieve more and create value more effectively. These collaborations often lead to synergistic outcomes where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Creating value isn't just about monetary transactions. Wealthy people are often contributors to their communities. They see value creation as a holistic process that extends beyond business and into the broader world. This perspective enriches their legacy and enhances their sense of purpose and fulfillment. Value creation also requires resilience and adaptability. Not every idea works and not every attempt succeeds. Wealthy people view setbacks as learning opportunities, using them to refine their approach and strengthen their offerings. They stay committed to their mission, even when the path is challenging. This perseverance ensures they continue to innovate and grow, no matter what obstacles they face. Finally, wealthy people measure their success not just by the wealth they accumulate, but by the impact they make. They take pride in knowing their efforts have made a difference, that they've solved problems, created opportunities, and left a positive mark. This focus on value creation gives their work meaning and drives them to keep pushing boundaries. Creating value is at the heart of what millionaires do differently. It's not just a strategy, it's a mindset. By prioritizing value over profit, focusing on quality, and staying committed to making an impact, they set themselves apart and build wealth that lasts. It's this relentless focus on creating value that turns their vision into reality and their efforts into lasting success. The sixth thing millionaires do differently is that they think long-term in everything they do. While many people focus on immediate gratification or short-term results, millionaires adopt a mindset that looks years, even decades, into the future. This perspective influences their decisions, their strategies, and their actions, allowing them to build wealth and success that endure. Millionaires approach their goals with patience and a commitment to sustained growth. They understand that significant achievements take time, and they're willing to invest the necessary effort and resources without expecting immediate returns. They're in it for the long haul. This long-term thinking begins with a clear vision. Rich people have a detailed picture of where they want to be in the future. They think about the life they want to lead, the legacy they want to leave, and the impact they want to make. This vision acts as their guiding star, helping them stay focused and aligned, even when faced with short-term challenges. To think long-term, they prioritize planning. Rich people don't rely on luck or chance. They create detailed strategies to achieve their goals. These plans include milestones, timelines, and contingencies to account for unexpected events. They revisit and revise these plans regularly, ensuring they stay on track while remaining adaptable to changes. Financial planning is one of the most critical aspects of long-term thinking. Rich people are disciplined about saving, investing, and managing their money with the future in mind. They understand the power of compounding and make financial decisions that prioritize growth over time. Instead of spending their earnings impulsively, they allocate resources toward investments that will generate wealth in the years to come. Investing, in particular, is an area where long-term thinking shines. Rich people don't chase quick profits or get swayed by market trends. Instead, they focus on building diversified portfolios that balance risk and reward. They're patient with their investments, allowing them to grow steadily over time rather than reacting to short-term fluctuations. This discipline helps them weather economic downturns and capitalize on opportunities when the timing is right. In their careers and businesses, long-term thinkers prioritize sustainable growth. Rich people resist the temptation to cut corners for immediate gains, knowing that such shortcuts often lead to instability. They focus on building strong foundations, whether it's developing high-quality products, nurturing talent, or establishing trust with their customers. This emphasis on sustainability ensures that their success is not fleeting, but enduring. They also invest time and energy in building meaningful connections that last. They understand that strong relationships, whether personal or professional, can open doors, provide support, and create opportunities down the line. Instead of using people for short-term gain, they focus on fostering trust and mutual benefit. Long-term thinkers apply this mindset to their personal development as well. They're committed to continuous learning and self-improvement, knowing that these investments in themselves will pay dividends over time. They're not afraid to start small or face setbacks because they see each step as part of a larger journey. One of the challenges of thinking long-term is staying patient and disciplined in the face of immediate distractions or pressures. Millionaires develop the ability to delay gratification, choosing what's best for their future selves over what feels good in the moment. This discipline sets them apart from those who sacrifice tomorrow's potential for today's convenience. Their long-term mindset also influences how they handle setbacks. Wealthy people view failures as temporary and use them as learning opportunities to refine their strategies. Instead of giving up or getting discouraged, they remain focused on their ultimate vision. This resilience helps them navigate challenges without losing sight of their goals. Legacy is an integral part of their long-term thinking. Wealthy people think beyond their own lifetimes, considering how their actions and decisions will affect future generations. They focus on creating a lasting impact. This sense of purpose drives them to make thoughtful, intentional choices. By thinking long-term, wealthy people create a sense of stability and direction that guides their actionship. They don't get sidetracked by the ups and downs of daily life because they have a clear vision of what they're working toward. This focus on the bigger picture allows them to make decisions with confidence and consistency, knowing that each step contributes to a greater whole. Long-term thinking is a hallmark of success. It's what enables millionaires to build wealth, maintain relationships, and achieve goals that stand the test of time. It's not just a strategy. It's a way of seeing the world and making choices that prioritize the future over the fleeting. This perspective is a cornerstone of their success, setting them apart in a world often driven by short-term desires. The seventh thing millionaires do differently is they embrace calculated risks. Unlike the general perception that millionaires are risk takers who throw caution to the wind, the truth is far more nuanced. Millionaires don't take reckless chances. They take calculated strategic risks that are well thought out and aligned with their goals. This willingness to step out of their comfort zones and embrace uncertainty is a defining trait that sets them apart. Calculated risk begins with thorough preparation. Rich people do their homework before making a decision. They gather as much information as possible, analyze potential outcomes, and weigh the pros and cons. This due diligence ensures they're not leaping blindly, but making informed choices based on evidence and insight. One way they manage risk is by diversifying their investments. They understand the importance of spreading their resources across different areas to minimize potential losses. Diversification acts as a safety net. If one area underperforms, others can offset the impact, maintaining overall stability. Here's the thing about calculated risk. You have to set clear boundaries. Rich people establish what they're willing to lose and stick to those limits. They don't risk more than they can afford, and they don't let emotions cloud their judgment. This disciplined approach allows them to take bold steps without jeopardizing their financial security or long-term goals. Timing plays a crucial role in calculated risk. Millionaires don't rush into opportunities simply because they're available. Instead, they wait for the right moment when the odds are in their favor. This patience requires a deep understanding of the market, trends, and their own preparedness. By aligning their actions with optimal timing, they increase their chances of success. While rich people are willing to take risks, they prioritize contingency planning. They prepare for worst-case scenarios by building safeguards and exit strategies. They make sure they're equipped to handle potential setbacks. This readiness gives them the confidence to move forward, knowing they have a safety net. Risk-taking often involves innovation and creativity. Rich people aren't afraid to challenge conventional wisdom or try new approaches. They embrace ideas that others might dismiss as unconventional or risky, seeing them as opportunities to stand out and gain an edge. This mindset drives them to create value in unique ways. Confidence plays a critical role in embracing calculated risks. Millionaires trust their abilities, instincts, and judgment. This confidence doesn't come from arrogance. It comes from experience and preparation. They've honed their skills, built their knowledge, and learned from past successes and failures. This foundation of competence allows them to act decisively when opportunities arise. Wealthy people surround themselves with advisors, mentors, and experts who provide guidance and perspective. They understand the importance of seeking input from those with specialized knowledge or different viewpoints. This collaborative approach helps them identify blind spots and make more informed decisions. Failure is an inevitable part of risk-taking, but millionaires don't fear it. They see failure as a natural and necessary part of growth. Each setback is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. This resilience enables them to recover from losses and continue pursuing their goals with renewed determination. They focus on long-term benefits rather than short-term gains. Millionaires don't take risks for quick rewards. They do so with the bigger picture in mind. This long-term perspective ensures their decisions align with their overarching vision, even if the immediate outcomes are uncertain. Mindset is a powerful driver of their ability to embrace risk. Rich people view risk as a chance for growth and progress, not as something to avoid at all costs. They understand that playing it safe often leads to stagnation and missed opportunities. By taking calculated risks, they position themselves to achieve breakthroughs and reach new levels of success. Calculated risk involves leveraging resources effectively. Millionaires are adept at using other people's expertise, time, and money to mitigate risk and amplify their efforts. This strategic delegation allows them to focus on areas where they can create the most impact, while minimizing exposure to unnecessary dangers. Finally, wealthy people understand that not taking a risk can sometimes be the greatest risk of all. Sticking to the status quo in a rapidly changing world can lead to missed opportunities and diminishing returns. They weigh the cost of inaction against the potential rewards of stepping outside their comfort zones, often finding that the risk is worth taking. By embracing calculated risks, wealthy people achieve what others might deem impossible. They understand that growth requires stepping into the unknown with preparation, confidence, and a willingness to adapt. This approach allows them to seize opportunities, overcome challenges, and continually push the boundaries of what they can achieve. Millionaires achieve success because they approach life and business differently from the average person. Their habits, mindset, and strategies create a cycle of growth and achievement that sets them apart. They think long-term. They embrace discipline. They take calculated risks. And they prioritize continuous learning. They manage their time with precision, build meaningful relationships, and remain resilient in the face of challenges. What's most remarkable is how these practices interconnect. They don't just adopt one or two of these approaches. They integrate them into every aspect of their lives. Their commitment to excellence and growth becomes a way of being, influencing how they make decisions, interact with others, and navigate setbacks. Now, these 7 things millionaires do differently. They're not secrets. They're principles anyone can learn, practice, and master. Success isn't about being extraordinary. It's about doing the ordinary things consistently and with intention. The steps might seem small, but their impact compounds over time, creating results that far exceed the effort. And here's the beauty of these principles. They're accessible. You don't need $1 million to start thinking like a millionaire. You just need the willingness to change your habits, shift your perspective, and take action. Success is a journey. Each step you take brings you closer to the life you envision. It starts with a choice to commit to growth, to embrace challenges, and to stay focused on what truly matters. Wealthy people know that success is built one decision at a time, one habit at a time, and one day at a time. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it through persistence, preparation, and boldness. And they understand something profound. The journey is just as important as the destination. The same principles that help them achieve wealth bring fulfillment, purpose, and a sense of accomplishment. What sets millionaires apart isn't just their wealth. It's their willingness to think differently, act decisively, and remain adaptable. These qualities are available to anyone who chooses to adopt them. The question is, are you ready to make that choice? Are you ready to think differently, act boldly, and create the life you want? The road to success is open to anyone willing to walk it. With the right mindset, habits, and determination, you can achieve extraordinary results. Millionaires aren't a breed apart. They're people who've committed to living differently. And if you're ready to take that step, the possibilities are endless. Success is waiting. It's time to reach out and make it yours.